Hey Glitch, just dropping off my share for the Murder Drones comic. Oh, thank you, loyal Murder Drones fan. But speaking of Murder Drones, here, hold out your hand, I got something for you. It's a new line of Murder Drones figurines. We want you to have it. We don't really want this.
Now I see something red.
I'm going away on holiday this week, so I thought I'd get this video out quickly. I don't know how long or short this video is going to be, but either way, I think this is a topic that needs to be talked about, and plus it'll give me some more time for my upcoming DBD video, which if you haven't seen my community post on that yet, I'm currently making a special video based around Dead by Daylight, which funnily enough is also based around Murder Drones. So yeah, that's probably going to be a pretty long video considering the amount of stuff I have to talk about in this particular topic. It's basically Sin, the main villain from Murder Drones, being a potential killer in Dead by Daylight, and I plan to go over her power sets and what she would be like in the universe of Dead by Daylight. It's a whole thing, and I'm really looking forward to making it. The video has begun production, but it is going to take a while, so I'm doing some now whilst I have the time, and I'm going to do a bit more of the production once I come back from my holidays. So yeah, it's going to be packed with the video making this month. So yeah, if that's a video that interests you, then be sure to stick around for it. I don't know when it's going to come out. It is going to take quite a long to produce, considering the amount of research I'm going to have to do to make this particular video as perfect as possible. Point is, it's going to be a long time, so I may or may not make a bunch of videos in between, or maybe I'll have it done sometime after this video comes out. It really depends, but yeah, that's the progress on that. Shameless plug aside, we need to talk about Murder Drones and its current state in 2026. So if it isn't obvious already, I'm a Murder Drones fan. I love the show. It's a very interesting concept with some questionable execution here and there, but it is a very good series with a lot of charm to it. The people behind it did a really good job on it. And since its end, it's been a bit starved for content because Liam Vickers, the creator of the show, doesn't plan to do anything with the series again. He's not doing a season 2, he's not doing anything like that. But Glitch still has, well, the IP, and with that IP they have been doing a lot of merch drops and a lot of other content based around it, with the two biggest things coming out in terms of content for Murder Drones since its end being the music video that they made with The Living Tombstone and the comic adaptation that they had the fans fund, and is currently 4 issues in right now. But aside from that, they've mainly just been doing merch drops for it, that being little figurines and keyrings and stuff. So yeah, I just don't really see the point of all that, to be honest. To get straight to the point, I don't really see the point of them doing all that. I mean, I'm sure to the average consumer this might be good because, hey, I'm still getting more content, more mementos based off of Murder Drones. But to me personally, I just don't really see what the point is, because the show has been over for 4 years now, and I'm just thinking to myself, what's really the point of keeping merchandise going for this show that hasn't had any decent content for years now? If the show was still running, like how Vivzy Pop is like still running her shows on like Amazon and all that, then that's understandable. But the show's been over for years, the show isn't running, and it's not like there's like an anniversary of something, or it's like a special edition of something. Nothing like that. It's just making things for the sake of making things. It's like, do we really need this? Like, why are you still focusing on old shows that you're not even making anymore? And yes, I am aware that bigger companies that aren't indie do this as well, but it's even then, it's like, what's the point of making more merch for this thing that's ended? It's like, unless you want to like do something new with the IP, or do something new with the IP's merch, then I just don't really see the point in making more merchandise like that. At that point, it's just like, keep on tugging and pulling at the IP cow for as long as you can. You could make a point as to say that, hey, maybe they're doing all this because of the new Murder Drones comic that they're making, or have made, actually, that it's 4 issues in. But even then, it's like, it's just rehashing the show from YouTube, so it's still nothing really new with the show, except, hey, it's in comic form now. Which, whilst we're on that topic, I think this is a perfect time to talk about the comic, because holy shit, what is going on with that comic? Now, if you've been around my channel for a long time, you know that I did make a video defending this comic from criticism when it was coming out. There was this one particular creator called Vanity Moth that made a video basically saying it was a cash grab, where he basically said, this comic is a cash grab, don't waste your money, nothing about it is going to be as good as the show and all that. He made some pretty questionable points, some of which to this day I still can't believe that a grown man said that and presented them like they're gonna be things that people are worrying about, such as there's gonna be no music or voice acting in it, which I am still baffled by it, and I'm not even joking. Go watch his video, or go watch my video just to see. But yeah, he made some very odd complaints about it, some of which I responded to and said, hey, that's kind of an odd thing to be worried about. But the only good point he actually made in that video was Liam not being involved with the actual production of the comic, which is a pretty valid concern, and his concerns were very valid because, oh my lord, the comic hasn't been doing well. I'll say that, more on that in a bit, but back on the history lesson. He then made a second video basically calling for everyone to leak the comic, and I responded to that as well, saying, hey, that's a pretty scummy thing to wish upon a company. And why did he want the comic to be leaked? Well, there were a few editing mistakes within the first few pages that were, presented to the public before the actual release date. And in the short, he brought up some issues like pacing issues, some art being like a little wonky in the background, and some spelling issues as well, which to me anyway is like that could easily be fixed, because keep in mind the comic was yet to release back then, so Glitch or Oni Press, the people that are making the comic, could have easily just went back and fixed all that. But what do you know, the comic has released and the series has been ongoing for 4 issues now, and it's not looking good. So it released, and the issues with the comic are prevalent. A lot of pacing issues, a lot of questionable art here and there, and a couple of misspellings here and there as well. So the quality on this comic series has not been the best. There's this one creator online called Miller who's been covering the graphic novels from the first one to the fourth one, so I'd recommend going to his channel to see like the full extent of the problems, but here I am going to show you a few of the problems that are pretty glaring. But first, go ahead and drop Miller a subscribe for his sanity, because I've been following this guy's channel and this series, and yeah, I can just tell he's being burnt out. Like, you can hear it in his voice. He's just getting sick of talking about these graphic novels, so go drop him a subscribe for me. But as for my quick thoughts on it, I think the art is nice, but yeah, that's literally it. The art is nice. I like the art. It suits the style of Murder Drones. And yep, the other stuff it's kind of bad. First problem with the comic is pacing. Yeah, which for the first comic, it's understandable because there's a little bit limited amount of pages, but still the pacing just feels a little off here. Like as he says in his video, there's a panel where the humans are tampering and then the core is about to explode, and the literal next panel is just them dead. No, not even like a little sketch of like the planet blowing up or anything. Nah, it's just like, oh, core exploding, and oh, there's the humans dead. It's like, what? And even the part where they introduced V and J for the first time is rushed. It's just like, we don't get a lot of time to introduce ourselves to them, and it's like, oh, there's V, and oh, there's J, and oh yeah, moving on. Don't really spend much time with them. We don't even get V's iconic dialogue of, and yet I still feel nothing. Though I will give them props for adding Jay's iconic dialogue when she was first introduced. I just wish it wasn't at this angle. It just looks so weird to me. And speaking of dialogue, they also remove some certain dialogues and also write certain dialogues in weird places. For example, the intro scene where Uzi first introduces her railgun to the class, and in the show it starts to glow red and blow up, but before it blows up, obviously the teacher says, Uzi, is it supposed to be that color? And in the comic, it's the same scene, but the railgun doesn't glow red as it's going to explode. So yeah, that was a strange thing. And similar issues continue throughout the actual series. I believe there's going to be 6 comics in total to go over the whole season of Murder Drones. But yeah, if it keeps continuing this, then I don't think Murder Drones graphic novel was worth the money, and I will have to actually agree with Vanity Moth for once and say, yeah, I think this is a cash grab. I think Murder Drones is just a cash grab at this point. Which is a shame, because I do think the comic does some things well. Like, I've already said I like the art, but there are also certain changes from the source material that I thought were interesting and could make for like a good, better paced story. But yeah, it all falls flat really, because it's just not the best quality. You're telling me no one at Oni Press or Glitch sat down together and reviewed the comic and was like, okay, you know what, okay, this is good, might need to change that up a bit, this is good. It's like no one even cares that this comic is actually good. Like, I don't think Glitch actually cares for Murder Drones anymore, except to get more money off of merchandising and the graphic novels. Which I'm not trying to accuse them of actually, like, having that mindset, but with things like this, you have to wonder, like, do they even give a shit about Murder Drones anymore, or are they just trying to use it for money now? Which is a shame if they are thinking that, because Glitch has been one of those YouTube channels that has been highly praised for it, like for not being like big industry corporations who just like constantly milk money out of people. And honestly, it's like we're kinda seeing the same thing here with Glitch. Again, not trying to accuse anyone of anything, it's a little bit suspicious is what I'm saying. Like, the Amazing Digital Circus has finally ended. Why can't they focus on the Gaslight District merchandise or anything like that? I mean, I know it's only been over for a couple of weeks, but not even a post saying, okay, finally time to move on to the Gaslight District now. At least to my knowledge anyway. Please let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't know, it just feels to me like, I really hate to say it, but it feels like they just don't really care as much as they did back then. It feels like they're starting to get this mentality of, oh, we have such a big fan base, they won't even care if we produce slop and just constant money-making machines. I think they're doing good by giving, like, artists a chance to, like, have their artwork being seen and have their ideas being seen, but at the same time, it's like, if they treat Murder Drones like this, where they don't even seem to care about how good the graphic novel series is doing, then I'm worried for the future of any projects that are featured on this channel. Imagine them doing the same thing with the Amazing Digital Circus now that that's ended, or what if they do the same to the Gaslight District when that has its run and eventually ends, or Knights of Guinevere, or Gamerverse. I really hope Glitch actually buckles down and does something about this, because I do like what they're doing, them giving all these amazing creators space to have their art and their ideas being shown. And I can't speak for Liam Vickers, and none of us can really, but me personally, if I made this show that everyone loves, and then when I leave Glitch, they still make all these products surrounding my show, and then they release this very almost watered down graphic novel version of my show, I'd be a little bit, I wouldn't be very happy with that. But those are just my thoughts, and I'd like to know yours. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, drop a subscribe if you also want to do that. And also, speaking of subscribers, I'd like to thank you all for 217 subscribers. I really cannot thank you enough for the support here. So, if you're interested in more videos from me, please go check out my other content. And if you want to suggest topics that I can talk about, or that you want me to talk about, then I'd be more than happy to hear you out on that as well. On this channel, I mainly talk about nerd stuff like video games, movies, cartoons, and indie animation. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then please be sure to drop me a follow. Please let me know what you thought of this video and this topic in the comments. Be on the lookout for that Dead by Daylight video on Murder Drones. And with that being said, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.